We're turning to Edo politics now. Dimeji Fabiyi joins us next. He's a member of the Edo Governorship Screening Committee of the PDP. Good morning and thank you for joining us today. Well, the drama in Edo State, goodness me, I don't know who can write a script and see how this will eventually play out. Very tough to predict, I tell you. But for the PDP, because yes, the feud between the APC is still going on. Is the PDP just waiting in the wings to see, okay, this might just benefit us in the long run? Or are you actually relying on the screening to produce the best candidate and not wait or not hold forth for, you know what I'm saying?
Anyway, thank you. Good morning, Chamberlain, and good morning, Nigerians. You have asked a very, very fundamental question, but let me answer you this way. First and foremost, PDP is a party that is truly and well organized. And even if a lot of people are believing that, okay, there are some itches and there, and these are normal in any political setting. Just like you said, PDP is just not waiting in the wings. PDP has taken its time to follow the processes of getting someone or areas of candidates whom the party members will pick from and that will be acceptable to the generality of the Edo people. What matters to PDP in this regard is that processes. I was a member of the screening committee, and let me tell you, Chamberlain, and I've been getting involved in party, assignments, but this one was very different. I remember the national organizing secretary of the party came to us towards the end of the screening and said, gentlemen, we want you to do that was before the commencement of the screening. We want you to conduct a thorough, detailed screening of these aspirants. We want to run away from issues, crises, after a candidate have emerged and then we're beginning to have issues going to court and all that, and at the end of the day, that may eventually lead to disqualification of such aspirant. He said, in his words, he said, there is no anointed candidate. We want the best for our party and we want the best for Edo State. So these are the aspirants we are presented to you. Screen them properly, be very dispassionate about it, and ensure that we have qualified and aspirants that can be presented to our party members for the primaries and, by extension, to the larger people of Edo State. Now, I'm saying this because a lot of people do not know the kind of internal reforms that have been going on in our party now. Fortunately for us, we have leaders now who are handling the party that have seen the need to get things done properly now, unlike what we used to have in the past. We don't want to run into a situation whereby someone, somewhere, at the end of the day will now come and come up with something, one issue that would destroy what we plan to do. For me, anything happens in politics, it's a good thing that APC is having their crisis. Let me take you back to memory lane, Chamberlain. PDP crisis started from just one state, and that was Ogun State. And that crisis almost consumed PDP totally. But thank God that for the leadership, for the kind of stakeholders we have that always converge and ensure that we push forward and we get better. This is the same thing that is playing out in APC. I wish them well. I hope they'll be able to settle. Where two elephants fight, the people suffer. And if care is not taken, I see the complete, crashing of the APC, the way they are going about it. Anyway, it's good for us. But one thing is sure, the PDP is ready, PDP is organized, and by the grace of God, we are going to take over Edo State. There are loopholes, there are advantages, and what matters to you is, as a person or as a party, is to make use of the advantage to your own good. And that's exactly what PDP will do the moment there is any opening.
Well, there is talking about reaping from the fallout of this, if you want to use that term. There is this matter that the PDP has already raised about, the goings-on. Of course, Governor Obaseki has made a move to reconcile the parties concerned in this matter, but the PDP is kicking. Why?
I don't get that. PDP kicking because APC wants the...
Well, the Edo State chapter of
People's
Democratic Party has faulted the reconciliatory move by the governor of the state, of Edo State, wanting to bring parties together, especially concerning the House of Assembly. And, you know, the PDP is saying, why do that now? Is that part of the plan?
I do not know. I'm not aware of this. I'm not aware of this piece of information. But I don't see reason why PDP should be concerned about the crisis, about the issue of APC. If I am PDP, I would even want the crisis to continue. So I don't know whether I'm not really aware of this piece of information you just given me. But I don't see the concern. What we need to do as a party is to concentrate on our strategies and make sure that we follow everything to the letter, things that will make us win the election. That is what is. Now, look at the 3 aspirants that we screened. These guys are super qualified. And we went through the screening. We discovered that they are okay. Anyone we present to the people of Edo State, we surely get the support of Edo people. So for us, I think what is best for us as a party is to concentrate on our strategies and the things we need to do to ensure that we get the buy-in and the support of Edo people. Edo State is a naturally PDP state, left for some of the things that happened in the past. And I believe that as we journey into move very close to the election, a lot of things will be more clearer. The caliber of people that were part of the screening, you can't really fault them. The caliber of the members of the committee that are handling the 3 ad hoc world congresses, you can't fault them. It'll be led by the governor of His Excellency, the governor of Adamawa, and so many others. So we are prepared, we are ready, and I think the leadership of the party has done it very. That's why the party, when the crisis, you know, around February or early this year, when there was crisis, the party quickly moved in and resolved the whole matter. So there's no crisis, and I don't see a reason why the PDP should, even if they have more power, is to make sure that the crisis in APC is not resolved, so that we can have our way. That is politics. APC will do
absolutely,
the same thing.
Absolutely, that's understandable. But you know, regarding the 3. Right, pardon me. Regarding the 3 aspirants you talk about, you do know that one of them says he has divine backing, assurance that he will be governor. So you wonder, how does the primaries come into place when there's some sort of divine assurance, as it were? I mean, how do you see that playing out?
I have contested. Thank you very much. Every candidate in an election will tell the people what he has in his kitty. I have contested an election at the highest level of the party as a national secretary. I knew some of the things I said. Even sometimes when you don't even have the backings or the divine whatever, you will still say it so that you can get people to you can get people to believe you and that you have something to offer and you are the right candidate for it. So it happens. Everybody, if I can remember one or two, I can tell you. A lot of people say a lot of things, even internationally. You see Trump saying this, you see this. There's also a lot of things that happen. People say things that will make people, that will make him get the buy-in of the people. And
right.
It's possible. But as far as the leadership of the party is concerned, they made it abundantly clear to us as the screening comes, because screening is very, very key. Because INEC these days will just be looking at you to make the blunder. And when you make the blunder, you pay for it at the end of the day. Because the court, our laws said INEC cannot disqualify, and whatever party presents is what INEC will accept. And so the party made it abundantly clear to the committee that, see, do a thorough job for us. We don't want any issue. We have to, everybody's learning from Bayelsa experience. So we don't want that to happen in the party, and that's why the party is being careful, and the party is ensuring that all hands are on deck. So anybody can say, things that will make him get the buy-in of the people.
Thank you for giving us
that candidate, but
right. Thank you for giving us a lesson, politics 101. I mean, things said before the elections. But talking about the primaries, you have chosen to go the way of indirect primaries, and that has been a major issue in APC. But then now that the PDP is going indirect, what were the things you considered? Because we see that for the APC, it's direct. But what were the things you considered to say, well, we're going indirect?
PDP, naturally, since the history of the PDP, I started with PDP in 1999, and then I can't recollect any time we had a direct primaries. Let's be honest with ourselves. The crisis in APC has led them into these controversies, and good luck to them. But in PDP, we are one happy family, and everybody is coming to realize that, look, we need to work with the people. We need to build with the people. We need to give the people the best. Okay, look at the crisis in Ogun State, for instance. The crisis has lingered on for so long. But one gentleman just came up and said, no, this cannot continue to be. That was Honorable Ladi Adebutu. And the guy is putting all efforts in to ensure that every party member has come together. And they are really pushing forward, reaching out to the people, reaching out to the stakeholders that we need to be united to be able to get our state back for the party. That is how it should be. Unfortunately for the APC, the crisis between the governor, Obaseki, and the national chairman has led to this decision to go into direct primaries. They've never, I don't know, and I wonder how that is going to be. But for us, indirect primaries have been the tradition of the PDP. I'm not saying, although it's in the concern, I'm not saying we cannot shift when the need arises. But for us, it's okay, it's manageable, it's direct, and then it gives you the best. Because and look at the situation, the situation in the country now, health-wise. We're having COVID-19. By going into direct primaries, you know what that means. You have to be really prepared to ensure that you don't create an unfortunate, situation, after the election. But for them, good luck to them. PDP has always been indirect primaries, and we have always, done it in such a way that it produces the best candidate. Does it not irk you that in the last, the kind of candidate PDP has brought up in the last election, I mean, you can talk of one or two or three of them that are doing wonderfully well. And this is as a result, is occasioned by the leadership, screening and the leadership recruitment process that PDP has put in place. Nobody. It will not happen again in the history of our party that one stakeholder, one godfather will sit down and say, this is it. We have gone past that era. My committee that I worked on under the leadership of the minority leader of the National Assembly, Honorable Kingsley Chinda, ensured that we were determined and we resolved that, no, the era of, when you see candidates, you stand down one candidate for this to emerge, has gone. PDP is trying to create a situation that if you are sure you can win an election and you have all it takes to win an election, come out and you'll be protected by the laws, by the provision and procedures the party has put in place. That is where we're going now.
I was kind of confused about which area when you were thumping your chest about PDP's leadership recruitment process. Is it in Edo State or at the national level? Because at the national level, PDP lost the election. At the state level in Edo State, PDP lost the election. So I'm trying to reconcile that. But then, let me ask you this. I mean, with respect to the screening committee, all of those who will be involved in the world congresses and the party congresses, the processes that will produce the candidate, the flag bearer of the party in the state, will the party reject, for instance, assuming without conceding that will be the case, if it doesn't go well for the incumbent in his party and he decides to fly the flag, approach your party. I mean, in politics, they say they consider all options. If he comes with that clout and says, listen, I'm willing to bring all the paraphernalia of state to prosecute this election on the platform of the PDP, how is PDP going to turn that down?
Let me tell you something. When we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. We are waiting for what will happen.
No, you are going to say that.
Let's see what will happen. He said?
How did I know you were going to say that? I suspected that was going to be your answer.
No, let's wait. When we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. For now, Governor Obaseki is a member of the APC. For now, the PDP has its aspirants who are ready, to go the whole hog. So when we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. I don't want to preempt what will happen, but we have laws in this country that guides everything we do. I'm not saying it's not possible, and I'm not saying it's impossible. But when we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. Yeah.
But there's another bridge that you may have to consider. And what if Pastor Ize Iyamu is unable to get the ticket of the APC and he decides to come back home, so to speak? Would he be welcome? Would you give him the ticket?
It's the same thing. We have to wait until that happens. When it happens, then the party will sit and take a decision. I'm sure it will affect both sides. APC too will have to sit and take a decision, just as PDP will sit and take a decision on what to do. Like I said, we have laws that guide everything that we do, and we must be able to work within the framework of those provisions of those laws so that we don't run foul of the law. It's very, very critical. But politically, anything can happen.
Okay, now this is not about the bridges that you plan to cross. This is about the bridge that has crossed, the state that the horse has bolted from the stable. The Yamo is now in the APC. Did the PDP see this coming?
No, we never did, because he will not tell anybody that this is what he's going to do. It's his personal decision to leave the party, to leave the PDP and go to APC. I think if he felt that will best serve his ambition and all that. So we have put all that behind us. The PDP is moving ahead. We are mobilizing the people. We are talking to the people. See, this is the party for you in this state, and we are going to give you the best, and that is what we have started from the screening process. For me, whether anyone likes it or not, the coast will begin to get clear. We are going to have a very peaceful congresses to elect the ad hoc that will elect the candidate of the party. And then I don't think we've ever had anything that like crisis again in PDP or federal state. All that has been well taken care of. But we need to understand something, that even if there are crises, PDP is well endowed with leaders who can actually sit down and set things right. For instance, the national leader of the party as we speak, the former vice president of Nigeria, you can't really lead out that is a good manager of men and resources, who will always stand for the truth, who will always stand for the right things to be done. And I'm sure he has people like the former President Goodluck Jonathan and a whole lot of party stakeholders who understand what it takes, the dynamics and what it takes to lead a party and lead the people into victory. So that will happen. Forget what happened in 2019. Everybody know that was a controversial, issue. But we've gone past that, and we're looking for a better future in the PDP.
Okay, we're winding down now, and there's a statement INEC made which gave a lot of people concern. But I'd like you to briefly respond to this. Do you then say you miss him, that Osage Yamu, or not?
Do we miss him in PDP?
Absolutely.
If I get it right, are you saying that
yes,
the PDP
yes,
miss Ozage? Miss him
yes,
as
yes.
I don't understand that. Miss him for.
Okay.
There's no missing. See, the candidates, the aspirants that have shown interest to run in this party, they're not just anybody you can just write off. They have the stature. They have they are even not more than Ize Yamu. So they have the capacity. They have the stature. They have the reach. They have the binding of the people. The party is just worried that we are putting forward our best arsenals. We need to choose one of them to lead us. So, and then I don't think the party is concerned or feel missing anyone that have left. It's about the people. And people will choose who they want to lead them. I don't see Ize Yamu consider any threat to PDP in Edo State, even if he emerges. I don't see that happen, because we are going to present the right candidate that the Edo people will appreciate. And they will vote for him.
On a lighter note, after all, you have another person who said he has divine mandate as one of the candidates as well. So you're not short of people who are hearing from God in your party. Well, we thank you for talking to us this morning, Dimeji Fabiyi, a member of the Edo Governorship Screening Committee for the PDP.